the conclusion of my Spider-Man reviews. Now it's time to talk about... Ooh.
I'm Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Alright, so The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the sequel to The Amazing Spider-Man, the second reboot of Sony doing the Spider-Man story. And once again, we have Andrew Garfield playing Peter Parker. You also have Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. Also add in Dane DeHaan as Norman, or as Harry Osborn. Felicity Jones plays Felicia, who basically becomes Black Cat in the comics. Don't worry, we don't get to see that. You know, I really like the casting of that. Overall, this is a mess of a movie, and I really like The Amazing Spider-Man. I went so far as saying it's my favorite Spider-Man movie. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not that case. I don't think it's worse than Spider-Man 3. I'll get that out there right now. I think the movie gets a little more hate than it actually deserves, but I think it deserves a lot of that hate because a lot of this movie is just a huge and utter mess. And you can tell this is a example of a studio interfering with a movie. Let's just talk about a lot of the negatives in this movie, and I'll try to get through some of the positives at the end of this video. The main negative, one of my main negatives, is the villains of the movie. Let's talk about Electro, played by Jamie Foxx. And I like Jamie Foxx. Django Unchained, love that movie, one of my favorite Tarantino movies. He's a good actor. I even liked him in Horrible Bosses, but this is terrible. Instead of taking the comics of Electro, who I've always heard Electro is this really cool character in the Spider-Man movies, or the Spider-Man comics, that he basically rips off Edward Nygma, not even a good Edward Nygma from the comics. He takes Edward Nygma, he takes Jim Carrey's Batman Forever role, and just does kind of the same thing, and it's like, eh. And one of the stupidest part about Electro, okay, the powers, okay, it's fine. But then the score to Electro when he's fighting, there's this like weird like rap or dubstep music, and you know what? That is just terrible. And you know what? The main negative behind that is Hans Zimmer. I love Hans Zimmer. I love his music. I love his scores. But that was just a huge and utter waste of time. What are you doing? And also his costume. He's in prison, and then whenever Harry Osborn frees him, he has his costume. He even has fucking labels. Wouldn't you have time to build that? What the hell? Other things I have a problem with this movie is Harry Osborn's character. Dane DeHaan, he's a good actor. I mean, he really is. And I think he's an actor you kind of forget about anymore. But my main problem with Dane DeHaan in this movie was just what? He returns home, he finds out his father is dying, and he is like, guess what, Harry? The disease is genetic. And then he dies like a day or so later. I think they were going to bring him back in a future sequel, which is never going to happen. And then a day later, he starts getting sick. That's just so plot convenient. That's just what the hell is going on. And when he does become the Green Goblin, it's just like he gets the suit and then he knows how to drive the glider perfectly. What the hell? You don't need training? At least in the original Spider-Man movie, he actually has some training to... He built a machine, so at least you know that Harry and Norman kind of had time to build that to actually ride these gliders. This is... What the hell? This movie is also bad because it tries to set up so many stuff. I was interested in seeing the Sinister Six movie. I thought that would have been a pretty cool movie, doing a movie from the villain point of view, even though they didn't turn out so well for Suicide Squad. But I think it could be a really interesting story. Maybe have Spider-Man kind of play the antagonist role. I still think that could be really cool if they decide to do that, if Marvel really lets them do it. But just this movie is like I said, this movie's a mess. Just them setting up the Easter eggs. You see the Ox, you see Vulture, you see all kinds of stuff. Like I said, this movie is a mess. Now let's talk about the good stuff, because I'm talking about a lot of the bad stuff. I think Andrew Garfield still does a good job as Spider-Man. I like the new Spider-Man suit. I like that you see the white eyes. It's just so different from the other Spider-Man suits we've seen beforehand. And the thing I love about this movie is the only thing it's the redeeming quality of this movie is the relationship between Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. The two have such great chemistry together, and once again, like I said in the Darth Easy show a couple weeks ago, the thing I actually really like about Mark Webb's directed is just it's the romance that he had for 500 Days of Summer, that you can really tell he did a good job there. But the overall problem with this movie is just so bad. It's just, like I said, there are moments of good in this movie. Like whenever, this is a spoiler review. As always, my classic reviews are going to be a little bit spoiler. This is Amazing Spider-Man 2. Everyone's seen it. So screw you if you've never seen Amazing Spider-Man 2. There's there's just so many great scenes in this movie that are sprinkled in. There are always some good scenes in like really bad movies, and this is one of those times whenever Spider-Man, he's trying to save Glenn from falling, and you see the web, it's going in slow motion, beautiful shot. Whenever they go to the funeral of Gwen Stacy, and then you just see Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker's character, and he's at the cemetery, and time is going by. That's such a great scene in the movie that it doesn't redeem the whole movie, but it's such a great scene. And also, the last bad part about this movie is Paul Giamatti. They wasted John Adams. They wasted Paul Giamatti. What a good actor. Instead, he's just like, "Hello, Spidey. I am the Rhino." Just, overall, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is an example of a studio taking over from a talented director who did a really great first movie and then killing a franchise. I'm glad this is kind of like Batman and Robin, where Batman and Robin kind of killed Batman so much that it allowed Christopher Nolan to take Batman into such a dark place. Just like with this, Sony killed Spider-Man so bad. They killed Spider-Man so bad that they had to sell it off to Marvel just to make Spider-Man relevant again, because people weren't going to pay attention that much to another Spider-Man movie without him being connected to the Marvel Universe, because it was time for him to be connected to the Marvel Universe. I would say I've been ranting a little bit because there's a lot about this movie I like, but there's a lot about this movie I do not like. And I have to give Amazing Spider-Man 2 a C. It's not a great movie. It's got some good parts of it, but overall, it's not a great movie. So guys, have you seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2? What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And did you really want to see Amazing Spider-Man 3? I was actually kind of relieved when Spider-Man was going back to Marvel. If you like this video, click that thumbs up button, subscribe to see more, and tell your friends about Easy Nation. All too easy.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and